Broadcasting live from RISKWORLD 2022 at the Moscone Center in San Francisco, it's time for Workplace MVP, brought to you by R3 Continuum, a global leader in helping workplaces thrive during disruptive times. Now, here's your host.
Hi, everyone. Your host, Jamie Gassmann, here at day 2 at RISKWORLD 2022 in the Expo Hall and R3 Continuum's booth. And joining me is Mitch Dunford, he's with the National Alliance.
Hey.
Hi, Mitch.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
It's great.
So talk to me about what does the National Alliance do?
We are just over 50 years old. We are one of the leading educators in the insurance industry. We do continuing education. We also have 5 different designation programs for insurance and risk management professionals, 3 on the insurance side and 2 on the risk management side.
Wonderful. And then what kind of platform are those educational resources available in? Is it online learning?
Great question. Yeah. So it's all of the above. Historically, we have provided live classroom events across the country. Across the world, as a matter of fact. And then obviously with COVID, that all shifted and we moved it 100% online. So we have live instructor-led online courses, and we have a number of self-paced courses where you can log on to our website and experience an educational program on your own, in your own time, in your own, make your own progress.
Yeah. So if one of the insurance carriers here is looking to offer training or, seeking training from your organization, what are some of the topics and educational content you have available?
It runs the gamut across property casualty insurance, commercial lines, personal lines, life and health. We have an introductory series for new people that introduces them to some of just the fundamentals of the insurance industry, the language, Then we have a program for CSRs. It's called the CISR. And then we have a program for producers, principals to earn the CIC. And then there are 2 risk management designations, the CRM, the Certified Risk Manager, and then a special risk management program for risk managers who focus on education or schools.
Fabulous. And you're also a part of a marketing organization marketing organizational group,
right?
Kind of like a networking group where marketers and PR representatives of these various companies here at the RIMS World are able to participate in. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. It's the IMCA, the Insurance Marketing and Communications Association. I'm on their board. I'm also currently the chair of their CMO council. And in fact, this June in Orlando, we're holding a live annual event where I'm hosting a panel that focuses on what we're calling the new normal post-COVID. What's our work life like now post-COVID? What are the expectations of our employees? What are the expectations of our employers in this new normal after COVID?
Interesting. And so that group of panel members, who are they among? Are they representatives from different carriers? Right.
We'll have representatives from some carriers. We'll have representatives from agencies, and we have some HR people there.
Fabulous. So you'll have a really nice mixture of kind of expertise helping to comment in that area.
Right. And I roped in one of my colleagues, Jeff Buck, who works on our marketing team. He's a millennial, and I said, we need your voice on there, Jeff, to represent the younger people and how they see themselves in this new work environment.
Yeah, absolutely. So with obviously the networking group you're in, and you're touching on some trending things in terms of that new normal, and especially with a bunch of workplaces looking at that return to the office. The training that National Alliance is providing, are there trainings that you're providing that help to tap into some of that from a risk perspective? Is there any trending that you're seeing that's different from before, or is it all pretty much status quo?
Well, what we're hearing right now, we're hearing it at the National Alliance, is our people are more interested now than they ever have been in their work-life balance. They discovered that, hey, we don't need to drive into the office every day. I don't need to sit in traffic. I don't need to burn up fuel. We can be just as effective, or sometimes even more effective, working remotely. So at the National Alliance, we've tried to respond to that. We've done some remodeling at our office, making workspaces where people can come in when they want to come in, just plug in their laptops, collaborate, go to work. We've built some meeting spaces, and our employees are really excited about having that option. We also have built a new recording studio, a podcast studio, and a new video studio at our headquarters to use audio and video in our educational content. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, trying different techniques of ways to communicate, right? Because that's one of the things I've noticed as a marketer myself is that, that easier to digest content is just what people are craving, kind of that quick audio.
And this younger generation, that's how they learn. In fact, I have a son who's in his late 20s, very successful young man. On his resume, when it asks for his educational experience, he puts YouTube on there because he's learned so much. He's a marketer. He's a PR guy. He's learned so much from YouTube. He lists it as one of the educational organizations that has helped him build his career. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Yeah. I've never heard of that, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like I think of like around the house.
Yeah.
If you want to fix something yourself,
go to YouTube. When you want to know how to build a website or something like that, go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Yeah. Wow, that is fascinating. Yeah. So interesting. And I know that like work-life balance, I know my team, I've got a few, including myself, we like to take afternoon runs. Like use that as your lunch break. I know you and I both participated in the Spencer 5K this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, the views of the Golden Gate and Alcatraz. Yeah. Wow. That unforgettable. But
wait a minute.
Yeah.
So you guys in the afternoons, your team, you stop what you're doing and you guys go out on a run.
Well, they go on their own individual, but they take their lunch break and they do that.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I do the same thing. It just breaks up that work day, and I like it. In fact, we're planning a team 5K at some point this summer where we're going to all get together and go run something together. So
I love what you guys do. You're focused on the mental well-being and how an employee's emotional state impacts their productivity, their happiness in their jobs.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. It really does. Yeah, because it's like if your employee is not happy, either A, they're not going to stay, or B, you're not going to get the full potential out of them. And so ensuring that you're supporting their well-being, particularly following something catastrophic in that work environment they've never maybe experienced before in their life, can make a huge difference in how they view you as their employer.
Huge. And I think employees are wanting more of that in their relationship with their bosses, in their careers. They want to feel appreciated and like their whole person is important.
Absolutely.
And as we express that, their job satisfaction increases, everything, all the productivity, the quality of the work goes up.
Yeah, and a lot of, as humans by nature, following something that happens in the work environment, like a disruption of some sort, a lot of times people don't really quite know what they need in that moment or how to process that. And having somebody come in that helps them to just talk through how they're feeling, or even just for them to hear how others might be feeling, can be really supportive overall as an organization. Yeah. So it does make a huge difference.
I know for me, my father passed away back in November, and it wasn't unexpected. He was in his late 80s, had, dementia. But I was surprised how much it impacted me and just, my work, my thought processes. I even expressed it to Will Hold, our CEO, just, Will, this is really getting to me. And, we chatted about it. But you're right. An employee's emotional well-being really impacts their performance at work.
Yeah. And it's not always a mental illness, right? Per se.
Right.
It's just that things happen, and sometimes you just need, an outlet to process it.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's been really great chatting with you. If somebody wanted to get a hold of you and learn a little bit more about the National Alliance or about the marketing organization that you sent, the
IMCA.
IMCA. I just didn't want to mix up my letters there.
It's the insurance industry. There's acronyms for everything.
Absolutely. So if anybody wanted to learn a little bit more about that or get information about your June conference that's coming up, how would they be able to do that?
So the website for the IMCA is imcanet.com. just visit their website. And like I said, the annual event is in June this year in Orlando. If you're interested in the National Alliance or any of our designation programs or CE, you can visit our website at www.scic.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again so much for joining me, Mitch.
Thank
It's been
you.
so
My
great
pleasure.
talking
it's so
with
fun
you.
to see you. And congratulations on the run this morning.
Oh, you as well. Yeah, we were big finishers.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Workplace MVP. R3 Continuum is a proud sponsor of this show and is delighted to celebrate most valuable professionals who work diligently to secure safe workplaces where employees can thrive.